Guys, Ron here. We're now in 3D printer mode. My buddy, I think I told you guys, my buddy had an Ender 3, couldn't get it fixed, he couldn't get it to work. He said he knows I can fix anything. He said if you fix it, you can keep it. So, here's what ended up happening. So I fixed this one, replaced the hot end, replaced the Bowden tube, replaced the feed gear on the extruder, which came up working fine. With that, after that was done, printed this guy in the cubes. And my other buddy called and said he needs parts. There's some plastic parts that he needs. Could I set up and make these parts for him? He knows I can do CAD and all that good stuff. So I said sure. So I went ahead and got this one to double up on the parts. And then I realized for one of those parts is tall. I needed a bigger machine. So we got the 10S. A 10S anyone? So this skull's been printing for the skull for Halloween. Just for the heck of it. It's been running for 16 hours and 36 minutes. And it's about a third of the way done. So I'm having a ball with these things. Portable oscilloscope, multimeter, and very clean power supply. That's the work. So that's what ended up happening. So we're making parts for a guy for, I really can't discuss much, but as a secondary thing, for another guy in Japan, we're making parts for the Sony Aibo 20-year-old Aibos, robotic dogs. Ears. I'm also getting on the program and writing the code for making a complete body, the shells, which is all plastic parts. That's a whole nother adventure, you know. And loving robotics, and especially computers and machines, this is right up my alley because it covers everything. Mechanical engineering, technically like robotics, X, Y, Z plotter, three-way plotter, computers. I love computers. As you can see, computers, a couple of computers, servers, computers. That came out as a nice setup. This is my home theater system. So I'm running this. This is my super thread where I can do anything. I use it for everything, coding, editing, whatever I gotta do. Things are killer. And it's my original old editing system, which is in i7 6700 audio, monitor, keyboard. That's an independent standalone. And all these are how I show the builds on YouTube. You see my stuff. And the server setup is unbelievable. This thing was great. I was hosting 2 websites. I still am, but they're shut down for maintenance right now. Alright guys, so just checking in. Always something with me, you know that. This guy's getting a new graphics card, some LED lights for a kid, and it's going off to Texas. Alright, I'm also looking into an industrial version of 3D printing. You know, years ago I was into it, but I don't think the technology was ready yet. So I put it away. I shelved it, literally. So now they've got it together. You know, the technology the way it is now. Also with today's chips, we can actually do a lot more. So it should be fun. And this little guy wasn't bad. You know, I just grabbed that on a lark because it was cheap. A friend of mine had it, and he never opened the box. So I said, "Let me buy it. You know, like half price." Been sitting on it for quite a while. Their new model, I guess this is a copy of a copy, I'm not sure. Has electronics encoded in the base. But I like this because it's got dual Z-axis motors, It's got dual rods for the head. Should be fairly very accurate. These came up for that. I didn't have much time to do anything at this time around. Recliner, butterfly, and an elegant. Lovely. Monoprice. For a clone of a clone of a clone, so I can't even tell anyone who's the original and who's the clone. It's pretty well made. It does the job. It works. Alright guys, so we'll check back with you later. More computers this week. And do some CAD work. I gotta sit down and get some dial calipers, some radius I don't know, not radius sort of, not meters. Some calipers, some radius tools. Start grabbing. You know, a lot of guys want to take a photo of something and turn it into a CAD program and then print it. That takes away part of the fun. Learning how to do computer-aided design and work in the system, part of the fun. Taking something from nothing and creating it, coding it, and then making it is a big, big step. Alright guys, out for now. And all these machines are stock. No modifications of any kind. I want to get them working as ultimate as they can, fine-tune them as they are before doing mods to them. And so this guy, he's only getting an aluminum extruder setup. And I didn't like the DIY stabilizer kits. Creality has a stabilizer kit for this. Really well made. So I'm going to do the front reinforcements, and that's it. Let me go to a stainless steel hot end, but I'm not sure. I don't think it's necessary at this point. Alright guys, keep it posted as we go. Hey guys, Ron here. We're at 30 hours. Straight out of the box, no modifications, nothing. I think that's important for ground zero setup. Then you can add mods and customize whatever. Get it work properly from the start. Alright, check back. Hey guys, light talk, 31 hours. Alright guys, next update, 32 hours. According to the stats, it's going to be 64 hours before it's done. So, this will be the last update until it's finished. And I got to throw this video together and some other stuff. Alright guys. So, and for you 3D printing guys that don't know me, hopefully get to know me, this is my server rack that I put together. I got videos on all of this stuff, plus a big, all IBM storage and 1 HP in there. And this is my home theater system in a Fantex Evolve. And this is my Super Threadripper 1950X, 64 gigabytes of RAM, all kinds of NVMe storage, a couple of terabytes, no hard drives, GTX 1080, Asus strong ROG Strix. Can't talk, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, I haven't slept in days. And this is my editing system, which I'm going to use right now. Inwood D-Frame Mini, Intel i7-6700K, water cooled, 4 terabyte drives, 3 of them, 1 SSD, NVMe, all good stuff. That's a 1070 for the win. Graphics card. That's got up here water cooling, which I really like. It's one of their better systems. This guy's got Enermax water cooler, which on my another Threadripper system I sold is a 360. It was a 240. I had to go through 5 units to get one that worked. Never got one that worked in that system. We went to the
thermal take instead. Flow ring too. Really good stuff. Alright guys. And this one's got a Deep Cool Captain 120. This is another Ryzen 5 in this one. I always liked Ryzen. So this is basically the shop. This is a Ryzen 5 I sold. It's going to in Texas. And like that. I'm into all kinds of tech. Been in computers and tech since late 70s, early 80s. I'm old. And I can fix anything. I've senior engineer, video engineer at CBS when I was 19 years old, New York City. I'm in Woodstock, New York, 2 hours from New York City. I fixed anything from X-ray machines to old telecines, 35mm projectors, arc mounts, and all that good stuff. And pretty much can fix and repair, build anything. I'm pretty well known because I built everything with one arm because I had shoulder surgery for a motorcycle accident. I still haven't recuperated completely. These are part of my IBO collection. Never too old to have toys. Alright guys. So hopefully you guys in the 3D world will accept what I do. Appreciate it.